Hello everybody, welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. Oh, so glad you're joining us. Because what's going on? We've got some new hats into the ring. Oh, thank God. Gillibrand 2020. Oh, she's fantastic. You might remember her. Kristin Gillibrand, she's a Democrat from New York. And she was one of the people that immediately called for Al Franken's resignation just based on the accusations, which was like, look, if Al Franken was being a creep and groping people and doing, then get him out. But let's have a full investigation. There's this crazy thing called due process. Due process. If he's doing that, do a full investigation. If it comes up that he has been doing, then get him. He just was like, he's out. Oh, great. And now replaced by a Republican. Way to go. Way to get Al Franken out of the Senate. How did she announce, right? This is, I think she was on Stephen Colbert, but this is what she said on Twitter. Tonight I announced that I'm preparing to run for president because I believe we're all called to make a difference. I believe in right versus wrong, that wrong wins when we do nothing. Now is our time to raise our voices and get off the sidelines. Join me. So she's for right. Okay, so she's against wrong, but she's for right. That's bold. I mean, that's the kind of leadership we need. Just platitude. I'm for platitudes over policy. I'm for resisting Trump versus helping workers of America. I'm for saying that we need to find alternatives rather than have the guts to say Green New Deal. I'm going to take corporate money and do whatever I can to weasel around it. So she, at the beginning of February 18, a year ago, she said, I'm done taking corporate money. We're going to go into that in a second because I go to opensecrets.org, everybody. That's my favorite website, and that's a website that I'm going to be using a lot during this presidential campaign to find out who somebody really is. I always say, follow the money. And then there's a whole article that's in opensecrets.org about her because she met. So she announces in February, I'm not taking super PACs, which is just such a token gesture. Kamala Harris did this. Tulsi Gabbard has done that. I take Tulsi at her word, and I did a video on this, how they're getting around this, and I'm going to show it to you in a second, is they'll say, so they won't take any PAC money. They won't take any direct contributions from industries or corporations, but then like the CEO of Pfizer or whatever just writes a massive contribution, or he's just a private citizen. I'm going to do that. If I was a billionaire, I would just make private, Political Vigilante Global Corp did not donate. Just Graham Elwood did. And then I'm going to force everyone to drink vegan smoothies. Oh, I'm so evil. So here's, and again, the link to the Open Secrets is below. Gillibrand's presidential aspirations coincided with a decades-long shift from a more conservative Democrat with an A rating from the National Rifle Association. She had an A rating from the NRA to supporting progressive policies like a federal jobs guarantee, having an F rating from the NRA, all right, and being one of the highest profile advocates of the Me Too movement. Gillibrand gained national attention for being the first Democratic senator to call for the eventual resignation of her colleague, former Senator Al Franken, over accusations of sexual harassment. She played an instrumental role in the repeal of the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. Her two largest contributors in 2018 were individuals from the law firms she previously practiced for, Davis, Polk, and Wardell, and Boyle, Schiller, and Flexner. The founding partner of Boyle, Schiller, and Flexner, David Boies, represented Harvey Weinstein. Boy, she's so Me Too. Hired an Israeli private investigation firm to intimidate Weinstein accusers and prevent publication of investigations into the claims. Both are international law firms which have offices in New York City and Washington, D.C., among other locations. This is so corporate Democrat. Publicly Me too, Al Franken, your time's done. Doesn't even, she's a lawyer, doesn't even want the guy to have due process. And then who is she in bed with? Who is she getting money from? Somebody who represented Harvey Weinstein, who hired Israeli private investigation firm to intimidate witnesses. Isn't that just the classic corporate Democrat? She's not even a real Me Too person. She doesn't even really believe in that. She's just, however it's politically convenient. Look at this. A significant portion of the money Gillibrand has fundraised has come from the securities and investment industry. Let's not forget, she just met with Wall Street recently to see how it's going to do, you know, how she can raise money for this presidential run. She raised, if you go to Open Secrets, you see she's raised over $20 million, but she's only used 11 of it. So she has about 10 million right now that she's already has in place for this presidential run. In the 2018 cycle, Gillibrand received more than 1.84 million from individuals and PAC combined with the industry. Securities and investment PACs, which gave the most for her re-election campaign, were Bank of New York, Deutsche Bank Securities. Deutsche Bank owns One West Bank, which is the bank that Steve Mnuchin worked for that helped create millions of foreclosures that Kamala Harris, when she's Attorney General of the state of California, didn't prosecute. Just to kind of give you who all the pals are. And UBS Americas. Corporate PACs from the insurance industry were also major donors in the 2018 cycle. Marsh and McLean and New York Life Insurance PACs. Oh, all right. So we'll never have Medicare for all with her if she's president. Just so you know, that's not going to happen. Well, we got to find a solution, and she'll just make a couple, at best, she would make a couple incremental improvements to Obamacare, which is not good care. It's Romney care. And say, we fought, and blame it on the Republicans. When we need to blame it on her for taking money from the insurance industry. That's why if she's president, we will never, ever, ever have Medicare for all. And we know the banks will get bailed out when the next recession happens. Both gave contributions to Gillibrand's campaign totaling $10,000. Liberty Mutual Insurance contributed $5,200 to Gillibrand, and Corp gave $5,000. So she said, I'm not taking any more PAC money. Okay. Gillibrand's leadership PAC, Empire PAC, received a significant amount of money from corporate PACs in 2018. Companies like UBS, Northrop Grumman, New York Life Insurance, and others all contributed to the leadership PAC, which raised $72,500 in the 2018 cycle. Dude, she's sued for the people of all of these massive corporations. New York Life Insurance Company. So again, in opensecrets.org, I took this screen grab. The top industries, 23 to 2018, okay? Now, she would claim, hey, I said the top in February 2018, no more PAC, so this isn't blah, 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 right? But I want you to look at this. Lawyers and law firms, almost $2.4 million. Individuals, see how she gets around this? So of the almost 2.4, 2.3 of it is from individuals, and only 59,000 was from PACs. Oh, she's so for the people. Law firms. It's that thing I just said. I'm a big partner at a law firm. I make millions of dollars. I can give her 10 grand. You know, I give 10 of my buddy. See how they do it? Retired people. 1,367,000. All from individuals. 0 from PACs, right? Securities and investment. Most of it came from individuals. Only 70 grand came from PACs. Oh, really? The head of some banking securities and investment firm, they all know how to get around this shit. Real estate, same thing. Oh, only $23,000. Look, only $23,000 from the PACs. TV, movies, and music. Only 24 grand from the PACs. this is her scam. She's like, you know, and if I'm going to go to her, show you her website real quick. So this is, you know, just fantastic. If you go to her site, right? I want to bring up her Gillibrand. Gillibrand 2020. Hold on, where is it? There it is. 2020. KristinGillibrand.com. So let's bring this over here. Okay. We are determined now is our time. Searching more. This video is for you. What's this video?
I was the first member to publish my Senate meetings, requests for funding, and personal income taxes online.
There is no better leader on the issue of fighting money in politics and the corrupting influence of money in politics than you.
I am no longer accepting corporate PAC checks into my campaign. You have to really break up the current system and say we need publicly funded elections. We need greater transparency and accountability. We need to fight for anyone who wants to be working full-time to be able to earn their way into the middle class. I want to see Made in America again. Everyone said the 9/11 health bill couldn't get done.
But Senator Gillibrand took on the fight by working with 9/11 responders and their families.
We need women to understand that not only are their voices necessary, but when they're at the table, the outcomes are better. It is outrageous to ask women of color to bear the burdens of every single one of these fights over and over and over again.
So many constituents whose lives have really been ripped apart because of unfair and unjust marijuana laws across the country.
I am not afraid of him, and I'm not afraid of his nasty language and his name-calling. What this president is doing is inhumane and immoral.
Instrumental in passing the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Instrumental in passing the 9/11 First Responders Bill. Instrumental in passing the Food Safety Bill. Instrumental in the ban on drop-side cribs. You have done all this very much under the radar, out of the spotlight.
So that's her, that's her video. I'm a hard pass on this one, guys. I can't even, it's just a platitude video. Fight for equality. I'm for equality and jobs and working people. How? What is your thing? We know where you get your money from. So oh boy. Guys, thank you for watching. Progressive Comedy Tour in March. Ron and I are coming to Louisiana, Oxford, Mississippi, New Orleans, and Pensacola, Florida. The Gulf region. Go to GrahamElwood.com. That's in March. In April, we're going to Texas. In May, we're going to Salt Lake City and Boise. And of course, in February, I'm headlining 3 different Zanies comedy clubs in the Chicago area. St. Charles, downtown Chicago, and Rosemont. That's at the end of February. Go to GrahamElwood.com for all your tour dates. And please support the show. It's going to be interesting to hear these people debate. I'm glad more corporate Dems are getting in there, actually. I don't want too many lefty progressives mixing it up, but I guess maybe Bernie's just waiting for all these people to just trip over themselves, and then he'll just come in and go, here we go. That's what I'm hoping for. Thanks for watching the show, you guys. You're all making Gotham great again.